Okay, are you ready? Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Forever great.
Dear Heavenly Father, we just thank you so much for this day. It's a beautiful day, Lord. We just ask for your hand of protection over our wonderful community, Lord. We just thank you for all the things that you do for us and give us, Lord, all the blessings that we have that we see and that we don't see. We just thank you for this wonderful Christmas season and for your son that you sent to us, Lord. We just love you and thank you so much. We pray that you give us wisdom tonight to do the business in the city of Levelland. We pray that your hand of protection over our citizens and our first responders. In your heavenly name we pray. Amen.
That's part of it.
We'll do that is to consider no statements by citizens, correct?
There are no statements by citizens. Mayor, we actually have that on consent agenda. So if the first four agenda items don't need discussion, then you can approve all four of those at once, or we can discuss.
Motion we accept consent agenda. Right.
We have a motion and a second, all in favor? Any opposed? With that, motion carries. Next item is to consider and take necessary action to authorize participation in the 2025 Seal Coat project and authorize the mayor and or city manager to execute all necessary documents.
Mayor, members of council, this is an item that comes before you annually as we participate with other cities with Park Hill to perform annual seal coat projects within the city. Joe and Kevin and I met with Park Hill engineer today, really looking at our map that came about from the 2023 infrastructure study. And we're in a quandary because some of our main roads coming in, Cedar, Alamo, Sherman, and those are really seeing a lot of wear and tear. But we've also got other roads throughout the city that need assistance as well. And some of these roads, it's almost throwing good money after bad by putting any type of seal coat. So that's what we're looking at right now is where can we get the most bang for the bucks? And in some aspects too, we're looking where can we do some simple things to maybe buy another year or two. So as we go into 2025 and we start looking at how we're going to implement the infrastructure plan and start repairing some roads and different things, we really don't want to go out and spend a bunch of money on seal coat and then turn around within a year or two and be ripping that street up. So we're trying to work through that, and it is challenged. So we don't have the streets identified yet. Tonight is more authorizing us to participate in it, but I want to give you that backstory that we're trying to look through all of that to identify the best streets. And we're also very concerned about those main streets coming in because between the storm, we had a lot more heavy truck traffic on interior roads, between College Avenue construction stuff shipped in town. It was just a lot of wear and tear. And then we got places on the west side of town, West Avenue and others that really need help as well. So we've got a huge project in front of us, but hopefully with seal coat we can be getting some streets done. And as we get later into the agenda, one of the things we're going to be asking with the ARPA funding is to move $150,000 from ARPA into seal coat, so we could potentially do $500,000 next year. Which man?
Is there a possibility where they can communicate that project better to us? We just kept getting bumped back so far, and then we'll be here tomorrow, and just, we make it work, our citizens were great, and they moved their cars, but we all admit.
Could have been done.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. We're going to do a better job in trying to get information about that. It just was one crazy event after another.
But instead of them all being bunched out, you want to look at some of the ones that need a little more management.
Yes, sir.
Still coding, and then look at what are we gonna have to totally replace.
There's still some in that area that we didn't finish and that we need to do. But again, we're trying to look citywide and also trying to see where can we maybe buy a couple of years. Because some of them are looking really, really bad. And- But they're beyond the point of seal coat. They're to the point of a complete rehab or reconstruct. But if we're a year or two out, we're just gonna get worse and worse. So we're trying to see, can we do something minimal, but at least buy us some time.
But this is just like this thing in seal code will identify where it's going to be.
Yes, sir, at a later date.
You get a much cheaper rate per yard or however they measure it.
Yes, ma'am.
On what's happening in the street, how many feet is under there with the water line? They keep breaking every month.
I don't know, but that's one of the lines that have been identified in the infrastructure project as well that needs to be repaired and replaced. And that's the other part of this infrastructure project is identifying the water and wastewater projects to be done prior to us going in and fixing the street, which those are gonna take months to a year to do, so you have even longer to get the streets done. And like I said, some of these streets don't have years, they're on borrowed time right now.
But you'll bring one back to us as far as which streets and all that we're gonna do.
When we figure it out, sir,
That's what I'm saying, it's fine, if we know.
and if we don't figure it out, then
I believe you.
You need to go ahead and execute the contract.
we need to execute the, yes, sir, to participate in the program, yes, sir.
Do we have a motion?
I mean, we recommend, we authorize the participation in the 2025 regional route seal coat program and authorize the mayor and the city manager to do all necessary documents.
Second, by Mr. Powell, all in favor? Any opposed? With that, motion carried. Next item is to consider and take necessary action on the Texas opioid abatement fund council and settlement allocation term sheet. River Texas settlement agreement, the Texas settlement subdivision participation voting form, and authorize the necessary signatures for execution.
Mayor and members of council, this may be something the city attorney gets to explain, because he asked if we had done this, and I told him no. Basically, this is a settlement the state of Texas has done regarding opioids. The city, is anticipated to receive approximately $46,848. I have read all of these documents numerous times. I cannot find, the restrictions or where these dollars are supposed to be spent.
Agreed.
But, I would more than likely, dedicate or kind of push them towards, various public safety issues regarding drug abatement, drug issues within our community. I think at one time we received some funds and we used it for Narcan, and we may continue to try to make sure our officers have, or firefighters have what they need to take care of our community. Yes.
I think this is probably the last one. There have been several opioid settlements.
But there are no negatives for agreeing to do this, or would we still not to?
Yeah, absolutely. There is no part of the local government that's not human opioid, so we need a lot of this.
Guidelines or anything else you consider?
Not that there's a committee that's been set up through the Attorney General's office that when they distribute it, may have some, but I'm telling you, there'll be enough flexibility that there'd be no meaningful restrictions.
And I'm sure, our chief and our captains have got some good uses that we could put this towards when we receive the funds. Even if we don't get guidelines, I think they put it in a positive aspect for us.
Move to approve the Texas Opioid Abatement Fund Council and settlement term sheet and agreement, Texas settlement subdivision participation and release form, and authorize the mayor and or city manager to execute all necessary documents for execution. Please, Mr. Ledesma, all in favor? Any opposed? With that, motion carries. Next item on the agenda is item number 4, to consider and take necessary action on all matters incident related to approving and authorizing publication and posting of notice of intention to issue certificates of obligation, including the adoption of resolution 2024-41 pertaining thereto.
Mayor, members of council, if you'll recall, earlier this fall, we authorized the contract to move forward with Amoresco for the replacement of all meters within the city of Lebanon at a cost of about $5.8 million. Since that time period, we've been working with them to keep this project moving forward, and we've been looking at various financing options and different ways that we can make this project work. We feel most of the ability to repay will be through savings that we receive from these meters that will read accurately the amount of water that is going through meters. So that's one item we feel. Why don't you ever turn this on so I know what I'm doing?
Thought it was on.
It does look good.
It's like when I have the lunch charging.
I discovered the city secretary really wants to be here at the podium, so she can be seen, so.
On the camera.
So, we feel that the savings in providing accurate counts of water being utilized by our community will provide the funds necessary. We may, and this is something we can discuss when we get into budget. The city has a current water improvement fee that's about $1 a month. It may be wise to move that up to $5. Not only for this project, but as we start looking at future water projects, we're gonna need dollars available to start tackling this project. Again, as we move into 2025, we'll be having regular discussions on the various projects, various mechanisms for financing. I know, it makes everyone nervous. I get nervous about this. We're not taking this lightly, but I also am keenly aware of the status of our infrastructure system. Mr. Ledesma mentioned numerous leaks in one line. We had guys out again this weekend. You drive through town and see for him leak after leak after leak. So we've got to take care of our system. One of the first steps is get water meters in place that we can accurately account for all the water used and begin to recover that way. So tonight, what this does, it announces our intent, where we would actually consider moving forward with this. There would be a special meeting on February
18th.
18th, which is a Tuesday. We normally would meet on the 17th, but that is President's Day, and there won't be any financial institutions open that day. So we'll be recommending moving the second meeting in February to the 18th to consider authorizing these instruments. But tonight, this is a resolution approving and authorizing the publication and posting of notice of intention to issue certificates of obligation. I'll approve this. Ms. Corley's already ready to get it posted on our website. We'll get it to various media outlets and again, continue to move forward on this.
Any questions? No, it's just gonna, wow, first time of it, so hopefully we get someone to do bids. You just need a motion on the exception of the resolution?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Resolution 2024-41.
Any questions, or do you have a motion?
I move to approve the resolution 2024-41.
Second. The motion second, all in favor? Any opposed? With that, motion carries. Next item on the agenda is going to be item number 5, the discussion of board appointments.
Mayor and members of council, this is an item that I dropped the ball and started working on this and it's got lost in everything else. My apologies for that. Traditionally, we try to get our board appointments in the fall and allow them to move forward. If with y'all's permission tonight, in moving forward is that we'll be reaching out to all of the members of these boards. See if they want to continue to serve. I really hope, and I know this is sound like we're putting things off, but I really hope in 2025 we can look at our boards, how we appoint them, open it up, more to the community. I know a couple of boards that I attended, it just seemed like when there was an opening, they just kind of looked among themselves for somebody that attended. I think that our best way is that anytime we have board openings, that we advertise it to the community. Allow the opportunity for anyone to apply. What I've done in the past is traditionally beginning August, September, we announce these are the boards we have openings for, these are the number of people. We allow people to apply, and then 2 members of council, 2 members of staff sit down and interview folks, and just real short interview, just say, hey, what's there, how can you help us? Those kind of things, and then consider your appointments November, December, and then in the meantime, when we've been there, we developed a training program that we get them in here, and our city attorney can go over open meetings. We could go over social media. We could go over things that sometimes we're reactive to, that we kind of go, hey, we probably shouldn't have done that. Because, you know, I think all of us, we learn the lesson the hard way when we get into public service. We're never not a mayor or a council member or a staff member. When we post something, even though you're doing it on your own free time, people will recognize that as this position. And if you do it as a board member, people see that as board members for their hits. So you just gotta remind them, I'm not trying to take away their freedom or their ability, but understand how things can be perceived. This makes things a little bit more challenging. So we wanted to bring this to you before we started advertising, any thoughts, concerns that you have.
I really like the idea of being proactive on the more programs.
I don't have anything to add.
The second meeting in January, we will consider their appointments, and if, when we reach out, somebody, you know, says they don't, we see we have openings, then we'll start advertising, and saying, we've got openings on these boards, if you're interested, let us know. Let your council member know.
More discussion on that item? Next one, we go to item number 6, the discussion regarding charter and then election, and update on charter. For our attorney on this.
He's got a 3-hour presentation.
Yeah.
Yes, that,
I will tell you.
Here you go.
Oh,
Abra,
I'm not gonna go through the whole thing.
you're not going through the thing. The boss told me not to.
So,
You might want to go.
we didn't have our first meeting. I thought it was a good first meeting, and it's hard because we did some background, very similar to what I did with y'all, and then we jumped into, really going over things, and I think there was a lot of, wow, you know, the current volunteer, but as that meeting went on, they got very comfortable with it, and they started having good input and insight and questions, and so we've got another meeting tomorrow. We'll take the first part of that, kind of let them, okay, so what are your thoughts now that you've had time to think about last time, and then moving on to this time? And so, we are not, I mean, we could literally, this slide track of 50 slides could be 3 hours. But, just so y'all, this is all the stuff that we went over last time. But I want y'all to be able to see the kinds of things we're looking at. Here's one thing, y'all have a charter provision that says, if you get hurt or we tear your stuff up, you gotta tell us within 30 days. If you don't tell us within 30 days, you're out of luck. Okay, the Attorney General and the courts have said, the state gives you 180 days. How can y'all really justify 30? So it's one of these things where we need to catch up. It's something we see in almost all of these that we do. The franchise agreements, I think I've joked with y'all about this before. I mean, those are 25-page documents, might be read 3 times, you know. Serves no purpose in this day and age when everything's available online. We have packets ready. People can be at local meetings. ultimately y'all decide, to probably pull that back to one without reading the whole thing. I mean, we're not hiding anything, all of that information is available to anyone. Here's another deal, we still can't figure out when y'all had amendments. I mean, your document says this was created in this year and amended this 1 year. And then as you read through it, it's like, hey, look what we did in this 3rd year. So, I mean, there's a lot of confusion as to exactly when it's been. But whether it's 73 or 63 or whatever, when there was a maximum fine of $200, that means as the state has increased those, y'all can't. And so what this really needs to say, so when I'm doing this every time the state makes a change is, wherever the state goes, that becomes the maximum. Doesn't mean we're gonna charge the maximum, but it gives us the flexibility to do that. And sometimes the maximum matters. When you have somebody in the code enforcement issue who is refusing to cooperate, no matter how hard you work with them, sometimes the best tool that we have is, you know what? Fine, we can do a $500 or $2,000 fine every day until you decide that you wanna cooperate. We're not doing it to make money, we're doing it to get them to respect our city and more importantly, to respect their neighbors. City manager, I think this is the one big place you're going to see some cleanup. Because the first time y'all did this, the mayor and the council ran everything. Second time you did it, y'all switched to the city manager, really being the CEO of the corporation, for lack of a better term. And we got provisions that are all over the place. The council hires these 4 positions. Another place that says, the city manager hires these 4 positions. Sometimes there's overlap, sometimes there's not. It's just a matter of fixing things so that we're not inconsistent. And so y'all will see a lot of that. One of the things that I've done is I recommended to them, I think they will recommend to y'all, is to really have one provision. This doesn't say they're the CEO and they do everything that they need to do plus what they're asked. I mean, to really set that out. I'll be meeting with the committee tomorrow night, talking about some of the same changes for the city secretary. City secretary talks about, she's gonna post agendas and take notes. Well, when you look at the law, there's a lot more. When you look at it every day, she does a whole lot more. And so, you know, we'll have flexibility. Even in towns this size, you know, what I always say is, there's a lot of stuff we gotta cover. We're not gonna have bodies to cover it. Almost seems justified. I mean, if you have, you know, this position that needs somebody 1/3 of the time, you can't hire a full-time person. But, you know, you get to an area of what they do in this city hall, and maybe with this city manager, he's got these 3 gifts, and she's got these 3, and so we're going to work towards our gifts. But the next one, may not have those same ones. So we want the flexibility to maximize efficiency and effectiveness, but we also want to be realistic about what these people are obligated to do. So we're gonna see several things that just clean up some of this. You know, again, one is to say, the city council does this, and the city manager does the same thing. And this is available for y'all, and don't try to digest. I just want y'all to start getting a flavor. We're gonna spend some time. We're gonna have a sit down, and ultimately y'all can see this, and y'all see it in a form that makes a lot more sense than just kind of general ideas, but it's gonna be almost a red line. This is what we're getting rid of, this is what we're adding, and this is why. And, again, these are just the different duties of city manager. Nepotism, I was really shocked about this. Y'all have probably the most restrictive nepotism law in Texas. And you might think, well, isn't that a good thing? No, because when you read what y'all says, nobody can ever be hired, and if you look at multiple places, it is in any way related to any of y'all or him by blood or marriage. The argument can be made, somehow we're all related by blood or marriage, whether we want to admit it or not, right? So what state law says is, we go out certain relationships. We do parents and children. We might do grandparents and grandchildren. We might do aunts and uncles. But we don't get out here, even though these people are related to us by blood or marriage. If we really, and it's just not feasible in a town of this size. We still want restrictions. We don't want family members hiring close family members. We don't want family members supervising close family members. We gotta have a little more flexibility than y'all do, and we can do that by moving in and adopting what the state does. We're not trying to skirt any rules, we're trying to get the advantages that exist for local governments, in Texas. This is my favorite, Charter says y'all require the city manager to have a bond of $5,000. That wouldn't even stay close to what he did wrong, right? And so my understanding is if y'all have a larger bond.
We do.
Yeah, you don't. So in protecting, your
Oops.
city and protecting your citizens, no violating your charter. So what we need to do is all the bonds, whether it's her bond, it's the finance people's bonds, and it's defining who needs a bond. And that those bond amounts will be set here by the council. That's how it needs to be.
What is the bond amount?
We are currently paying a $50,000 bond on both city managers, finance, human resources, and city secretary. And 5,000 on everybody else.
At 10 times. 50,000 is still pretty low, but 10 times.
We're violating our charter.
Yes. But, you know, part of the problem, the bond is to protect us from ourselves, so to speak, as opposed to suing ourselves. But yeah, and so, again, if we're going to have it, and we're going to require it, which makes some sense to, it at least needs to be meaningful. And my guess is the cost to the city for a $50,000 bond versus a $5,000 bond, not that big a difference. I did have a city manager one time prove for his $50,000 bond, the premium was $48,500. But that told us a lot about his backstory.
What is normal, what most of the cities have?
I see 50,000, a lot. I see some 25s, but that's something that y'all can look at on a yearly basis instead of having, a provision that will become outdated. Qualifications, current city charter requires a candidate to have resided in their district for 6 months prior to the first day on which the candidate makes their application. This is not a legal issue, this is for y'all, but I do think I've heard y'all say, should that be 12 months? Again, y'all will decide what goes to voters, the voters will decide. Remind me, the committee was leaning 12. weren't they?
Leaning to a
Yeah,
year.
I thought so. And there was some talk, and I hope to have some more talk with them about, okay, is that 12 months inside that particular district? Or just within the city limits? And somebody said, and this is very human, somebody on that committee started saying, I don't know if they just live all this time right outside the city limits, they're one of us, you know, but that, I mean, I'm not making fun of them, but that's the hard part, is figuring, we just want people who know our community, but I think the idea, consider this, and we'll make the decision later, y'all will make the decision later, is 12 months as a citizen of the city, residing in the city limits, or do we want that to be 12 months that you have to live in that district? That's y'all's choice, and we'll figure that out as we go along. This is the first slide I had, which there are probably 15 more, right along this idea. All of these rules about elections, applications this day, applications closed this day, the elections on this day. The council will get together and decide what day next week to have the runoff election. I mean, that's pretty close to what you'll have. None of that is valid anymore. All election issues are handled by state law. So we need to get all of those out. And as I was working on this over the weekend, tomorrow night's meeting, it's in place to even think about. The referendums, the initiative ones, you know, when people can put forth their own ordinances to be voted on because y'all wouldn't adopt something that they wanted. That's election. It'll be within this many days, this many months. Can't do that. Goes to the next
Uniform election.
uniform election day. We're not gonna go through all those, but there are a lot of those issues on how we're gonna have, handle elections. The biggest reason, and it makes a lot of sense, y'all have young men and young women, maybe not just young men, young women, they're in the military, they're overseas. They're residents of our city, and they have a right to vote. And so they have expanded these timelines out so that they have time to get the ballots, get the ballots returned. Same thing with the runoff, you know, in the old days, I mean, a lot of times you had the election on Saturday, you had the runoff within a week or two. And that would prohibit people. That's one of the overarching reasons that these things have been spread out, but it, you will see a lot of those develop.
So each one of those champions is something on the ballot.
Yes.
So there may be 100 things that they.
Yeah, we're gonna look at trying, I like to do 25 plus or minus 3. Some of them we might be able to consolidate into one because it really is one issue. Some we won't. But that is, when we have this meeting for y'all to adopt, what's going on in the call the election, we will have those, laid out exactly how they would go on the ballot. Again, canvassing, y'all's canvassing is required at the next regular meeting of the council. Now, here's one thing, y'all may or may not appreciate this nuance, y'all have one regular meeting a month. Your charter says you'll have one regular meeting a month. You have others, those are called meetings. So depending, I couldn't tell you which one is your regular meeting versus called meeting, he may can, or probably she. But the way things fall, if you can't canvass until your next regular meeting, you could be too soon or too far from what the state requires. So again, just, those are the kinds of things, or dates, drawn dates, all of these things. Officers, that, uses that word loosely. Officers of the city shall take an oath. People who take an oath shall have a bond. We need to figure out who are officers. Here's what's interesting, you know, who does take an oath? All of the officers. That's probably not the term that we're talking about. And so we need to clean up, who is going to, be taking oath. And state law tells us who needs to take an oath. Those people take oaths, and we'll figure out who we want bonded, and we'll go from there. This isn't, they're all important. Everything we're talking about is important. Vacancies truly are important because y'all's charter is way too restrictive. Because what it says is it requires a special election to fill a vacancy for the remainder of the term. So, that may be what we want to do sometimes, but it may not. I mean, everybody else, we have a provision to a point. Elections are expensive. Right. Yes, and so we want, especially because we have districts and y'all represent districts, the idea of having to wait when we might be able to replace that and make sure that our people are properly represented, is important for y'all to have that flexibility. Okay, so one thing, it's not in here, I have added it to the last slide, and we'll talk about this the next time we're together. We're recommending that people put into effect, what if something very tragic happened? And we need to reconstitute our entire government. I mean, I'm not trying to be morbid, but, you know, y'all take a bandit CML and something terrible happens. How do we reconstitute that? There is a way, and we would probably recommend, or probably going to recommend, y'all put that in. So that we have a clear path on how that's done. Right now, I'm merged into the county and, you know, it's a little weird. But that's kind of what we would really, like to do. You'll see on several of these, I just put at the bottom, it's not a priority. This is something I wanted to talk about because this needs to come up every time. Compensation of this group. Now, I've never heard this group say, we need to be compensated, but I'm hearing more and more of my council members say it. Let's see what happens with counties, you know, the school district people are living on, don't get paid. $12, you know, a month or whatever it is that y'all get. I will tell y'all, because I think this is important feedback from y'all. The committee of the people that y'all chose as representative of your community said, this is something you do with your heart and as a volunteer, and we're not really interested in you being paid. Valuable feedback. The mayor, again, this is leftover language, says the mayor is the CEO of the city. It's not. And that could become important in a lawsuit in the future. They say, well, there's a CEO, no, she didn't get the vote, you know, she's not, because they're saying, how can you say she's not the CEO when the law says she's a CEO? It's just something that should have been cleaned up as we transition. um, council, duties. Again, this goes back to who hires, who. One of the most important things, and so when I'm trying to gather what did this city, when they voted for this charter, when they voted for a council manager form of government, what did they want? One of the most important things I take out of that is y'all set policy. Y'all are about accountability, but y'all do not interfere. You don't go to the employees, you don't demand. I'm telling you, I've been hired by a city manager, we've had ugly, terrible meetings, where I've got a city council member whose son has been terrible, would have been fired if he would work anywhere else, and he wasn't the son of whoever, right? But now that the son's acting bad, dad's there every day. Hey, we need to investigate her. I saw her the other day, you know, she, refilled, her drink at the Slim Chickens that she was sharing with her. I mean, it never ends. But that is establishing, it's not taking power away from y'all, it's not adding power somewhere else. Y'all, you control the checkbook, you always are in control, but from a day-to-day basis, we recommend to clean up some of those issues on the division of responsibility. You have something there that says, all ordinances and resolutions will be handled by a simple majority. You think, that's right, isn't it? But it's not. Sometimes when you have special call meetings, sometimes, when you have planning and zoning issues overturning, you know, what your planning and zoning commission did, sometimes when you have budget and tax issues, it requires more. So again, this is somewhere that we need to be in line. These are important issues. We need to be in line with state law. Here again, duties of the city secretary, y'all says that she's responsible for records, notice of meetings, minutes of meetings, and other assigned duties. When you look at state law, it sets out, several things. And so I'm gonna kind of stop here because this is kind of what we've covered. We'll have another one of these updates. One of the things that will be important for the committee to discuss, tomorrow that I want to bring back to y'all is this the right size council? I mean, y'all are big and growing town, and I've told others before, y'all play big. A lot of that's the college, a lot of it's the highways, a lot of it's proximity to love it, and there's a lot of reasons that y'all play big. And so, nothing would be off the table, and it may be decided that this is the perfect size and setup. But I want to get some of that input, from the community for y'all to take back. You know, other abilities would be for a town this size, not uncommon at all, just in 7, 6 and a mayor. One other thing that, could possibly make sense is to decide still 5 is the number that the mayor to be a voting position. One of the reasons I want to bring this to y'all is because I suspect this is something y'all have thought about. But when you start saying it, I think the motivation is blind. Is there a motivation for saying it? Let's skip that process. It's coming from me. Let's get some input and let's see. I mean, it may be no change, maybe one of those two. It may be something completely different that I hadn't thought of or that hadn't been thought of. But I think that is a very important issue that if I were y'all, I want some feedback on, so we intend to get y'all some feedback. That's kind of where we are in the process. I'm going to need to talk. One of the things I just realized, our January meeting, I think, is on the 6th, and I will be on a plane coming back and not be able to be here, and that is not ideal, I realize, but we may have to find some time to figure out how to get y'all the next update. But we're meeting again tomorrow. I'd say there'd be 2 to 3 meetings. This naturally falls, I think, to a 3rd meeting with the committee, to finalize some of those language and recommendations, let them see it and make sure that I understand where they're coming from so that I can get that to y'all. But that's where we are. I think y'all getting us these names early. We are ahead of the game right now, which is good because I screwed up the 6th. So we'll get it figured out. Questions, thoughts, comments? Absolutely.
if you have 6 members, city council members, there's 4 that represents 4 locations in Neverland. Okay, what the other 2 gonna do, or what they gonna represent?
They can be at large. We see that a lot. We can divvy up the pie into smaller pieces, but probably some balance of, districts and at large, makes a lot of sense. In past,
Redistricting be expensive.
what?
Would redistricting be expensive?
It's probably, I didn't really do it this last time around, because,
We just did.
yeah, and so my guess
Do
is,
it again.
yeah, my guess is it would be $15,000 to $20,000 with the demographer and everything else.
And then the elections office would kill us.
Fair.
Not the election office.
I'm not the elections office. I'm not the registrar.
But those are thoughts, those are discussions. I want y'all to be thinking about these issues, looking at your charters, because this is an interesting, I'm not trying to nerd out on you, it's kind of an exciting time to try to figure out what we can do to professionalize our town. I mean, again, we talk about there, and I think I used this example, we talk about there hadn't been an amendment to your charter in 40 or 50 years. I mean, the other way to look at that, there's been 1 in 90. I mean, that's worse than 1 in 40 or 45. It is in certainly decent shape. But we're having those meetings, they're open, we recorded them.
Yes,
Um,
it's posted on YouTube.
it's posted on YouTube. There's nothing to hide here. We want anything that comes out of this group, out of this committee, and out of this group right here to be something that's well thought out of and that our citizens can trust, is done only with the best of intentions and with an opportunity for feedback. We're posting these meetings, they're open to the public, they're open to the media.
Truth and accuracy, I mean, things we were not, we were doing that weren't right, the dates and.
There's little things, but
We're
again,
just taking advantage to level up as well.
and again, when the law says you're gonna do it this way, we can't do it how we have it there, but it looks a little silly that we haven't yet updated, that we're in compliance. We're complying with the law, but this is our chance to fix some of those things. So, it's been a good process, good committee.
In terms of redistricting, what are who, that determines, is that a self-determination or is that a law somewhere?
No, well, and so it's changed a little bit. Texas was, under, the guidance and restrictions of the Department of Justice, and the Supreme Court did away with that several years ago. But the way that it works, yes, it is self-determined, but what we do is we hire a demographer who goes in and he takes a map like that and he looks, where are we growing? Where are we moving? Where are our different minority populations so that we make sure that who can be elected here, is representative of our town, that we don't gerrymander it to where every minority is one little wheel and they may get 1, but it guarantees 4, 5, or 6 spots, for the majority.
I think that one was a minority, yeah, we couldn't be all at large. You couldn't do it all.
There are some that are, and there are questions, but you're inviting a lawsuit. You are absolutely inviting a lawsuit. We got weird things, what I call it the Wilshire model, because I think they were the first to settle it for the back in the 80s, where you have districts. You represent this certain group of people in this town. You don't have to live. Yeah, okay, that's what there, it seems like, it's dumb, honestly, and, because I remember when SPAC took over Luckney, when they went to city manager, former government, they didn't have a city manager, I feel like, these people keep telling this, and it's stupid, and this could never be, can you please help us? And I said, oh yeah, University model, get on Google, still, civil rights lawsuit settled in about probably 83, they're like, and because everybody copies somebody, nobody has an original thought, and so there's all kinds of different ways, but yeah, I think that there are ways y'all can do it if y'all decided to tweak it, but y'all are in good shape. I mean, this is not one where we're trying to save our city, this is just one where we're trying to make sure our city's got every advantage it can to continue to grow and improve.
Question about that. we do that at this, say the city decides to move that to 7, when would you have those next seats at the next city election, a year later? Probably, or would you have to wait and call them and spend another 10 grand?
No, we would do it at the next, uniform election day.
That would have to be approved by
By the vote.
the
The voter, what we would do is we
Yeah.
have a recommendation, we want to do this, we recommend we add this, and we would add it, and here's the procedure for adding it. We would do an election, we'd bring in, 2 more places, and one, if they both be elected on this date, one of them would be for a term of 1 year, and one would be for a term of 2 years, just to get your stagger, all of that would be addressed. And so when it's approved, assuming it's approved by the voters, we have the roadmap.
Is there a big difference between logistically and all, having 7 or versus the 5 with the mayor vote?
If not legal advice, but, I work with a lot of cities. I think 5 people who are very interested, it is a good number with a voting mayor. 7, I'm just telling y'all may not have seen it yet, but it's coming. Harder and harder to get people to run. Harder and harder. It's not for the school districts, there's still prestige in that, we kind of,
School district almost has to appoint someone every time, so.
so,
That was my thought.
okay, so, if they're struggling, then y'all are next. I can tell you, because that would be the opposite of what we're seeing in most communities.
Right.
7's really hard, even in a town this size, when you gotta fill county government, city government, school district, hospital district, special use districts, all of a sudden, you're taking that out to 40 or 45 people.
Plus all your underlying boards.
Yes. And so, all of a sudden, you run out of interested people. You run out of interested people. But I will tell you this, and as we continue to work together more, you will find me saying, I want to maximize each of you to have as much voice as you want. And whether that's putting things on the agenda, whether it's doing things, and, again, if the mayor's there, and just giving advice, that's fine. For a mayor that has to rely on their own advice, there's something to be said for that, and, it gives somebody who has a different perspective representing the whole city as opposed to an individual, district. It has very value, but y'all think about it, that's ahead, I have not even talked about that with the committee, but to me, that's one of the more important things. The rest we're cleaning up and making sure we're organized, making sure we're not contradicting ourselves, that would be a change. Anything I'm forgetting so far?
You've been,
Word of mouth. So,
Thank you for that.
Okay.
Thanks, Lynn.
And next time on the agenda is the city manager report, staff updates, project updates, staff mission, items of community, no action.
Mayor, members of the council, comments tonight, probably 2 big things, and only one of them is here. But, I think we want to recognize Chief O'Brien for completing her Master's of Public Administration degree at Carleton State University. That was a significant accomplishment, and extremely proud of her, and looking forward to many more things that she's going to accomplish for us. And Judge Rowland, last week attended her municipal court judge training, so she's gotten that done, so we're good there. Another exciting thing about our community, we are extremely blessed to have the Blue Santa Group here, supporting our police department, but also supporting our community. And my understanding, they took care of about 8 families and 23 children this past weekend, and each kid got about $200 apiece to spend Christmas or whatever they wanted to do. Captain McDonald, Chief O'Brien, we both are involved along with all kinds of officers and different folks. I noticed in one video, I saw a firefighter in there, or a couple.
We did, we had a couple.
Sneak in.
Yep.
Okay.
But they asked if they could leave it. We said, no, you can give that.
Election packets, will be available January sixth for city council districts B and D. The general election is Saturday, May 3rd. Our offices will be closed the 24th and the 25th and January 1st. Our second level A listings will be Friday, January 3rd, 7:30, and it'll be at Fire Station's training room. And our next council meeting is January 6th. And Animal Services had several adoptions over the last few days, few weeks. They're doing a great job. And they're working with a rescue group to replace a couple of dogs that they don't get adopted and try to do it. So, Ms. Corley has also put together a calendar for the first few months of January, just so we can get that to you guys. Probably one of the things that we're gonna have to try to figure out in here besides our regular meeting. Cause I'm sure that we'll wanna have a meeting where we just talk about the charter stuff, cause it could get confusing. But the last day to call for the May 3rd election is February 14th. So we're gonna have to try to work some things in prior to that date so that we have, adequate time to think about it and, make some decisions or recommendations or changes, because a lot of stuff going on. That's all that I have on that.
Next time on the agenda is, executive session. So the city council, the city of Loveland, will we have the action for this?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes.
The city of Loveland will begin its executive session on the 16th day of December 2024 at 6:51 p.m. on dot. Subject matter of the executive session deliberation is as follows. In accordance with Texas Government Code 511.3, to create the opinion and evaluation of the system for the people of the officer or employee, city manager. In accordance with Texas Government Code 511.3, I deliberate the purchase and exchange of value of real property. And
All right. You're on. You're on. Mhm.
Completed its executive session on the 16th day of December 2024 at 7:27 PM o'clock. So there'll be no action from our executive session, so we'll move on to item number 10, which is to consider and take necessary action on resolution 2024-40 regarding allocation of ARPA funds.
Mayor and members of the council, this resolution is before you. If you will recall, the city of Levelland received a little over $3 million worth of ARPA funds back in 2021, 2022. And throughout the last couple of years, we've spent about $2.4 million taking care of various things within the city. And that leaves us approximately $936,000 in our ARPA fund. And according to the ARPA funding, it has to be expended, obligated, committed by December 31st of 2024. So the resolution before you tonight takes those dollars and allocates them among various areas. And it's exhibit 8 of your resolution. But I'm going to go over these, and these are subject to, if y'all want to change or add anything, to go over some of the things. American Rescue Plan Act projects, number 1, allocating up to $150,000 into the city's annual street seal coat project to assist with preventive maintenance of city streets. That's all sets of heavy use for us after the storm for debris removal, roof repairs, and recovery efforts. Number 2, allocate up to $250,000 towards the enhancement and/or replacement for servers, computer hardware, and/or software, radio, safety equipment, supplies for police, fire, emergency management, or telecommunications department. Allocate up to $175,000 for emergency generators to be located at the Emergency Operations Center, water and wastewater facilities, city hall, public safety buildings, and the civic center. Number 4, allocate up to $150,000 to support the replacement of city vehicles and/or equipment. Number 5, allocate up to $125,000 for security systems with cameras at various public buildings and utility infrastructure sites. Number 6, allocate up to $200,000 towards the drafting of new comprehensive zoning ordinance and a compensation study. Number 7, allocate up to $250,000 for a 30-foot guide communications tower. And number 8, allocate up to $800,000 for the upgrade of the Levelland SCADA system. And number 9, allocate up to $150,000 for the renovation, construction, purchase for public facilities. I know when you add all that up, it far exceeds the $936,000. All of these items say up to. Part of the reason why we have this large amount, we all remember our storm in May. We've been holding money back to 1, determine what insurance was going to cover, 2, see what FEMA was going to cover, and then try to fill in where we can. So we listed these items as projects that, if the dollars are available, we can take care of them and be able to move forward. The communications tower, we just got that bid in, approximately $250,000. We're still waiting for FEMA to determine whether or not if they're going to assist in any form or fashion.
Possible guesstimate on when FEMA's date at the end.
November. And again, another scary thing with the change in administration that's fixing to occur, this could get really interesting. This tower is not covered under our insurance because it was given to the city and it was somehow never coming into the list.
And in the future.
It will be in the future. So that's one of the things that we're kind of triple checking from our insurance, make sure we've got everything on there. As far as the replacement of vehicles and or equipment, we've done the bid regarding the hail damage, and that is moving along. the challenge that we're having now, is that we've got some vehicles that are total, TML, the intergovernmental risk pool, is saying if we take those vehicles that have been totaled and get them 100% repaired, and the people sign off on it, then they will cover it.
That's policy in the minute, right?
Well, we're not finding anybody that's willing to sign off to say this is 100% repair. And I don't blame them because, that's a big ask for them to step out there to say, I got everything there is. Because we found with hail damaged vehicles, there are things that, as they're going through and starting to fix it, you go in and you find something else that was broke that wasn't visible. So, they've already told us, well, we're gonna have some change orders, and we said, well, we've only got up to 25% of the bid to make any change orders, which in some ways is not fair to them, but we also have the vehicles out there for inspection, and they, I don't want to be mean about it, but that's why we park them out there for them to look at it, so. But it's, like it is, you start repairing it, you find things that could have missed even the first time, so. I think with these items, these 9 items, I think it gives us the flexibility to take care of a lot of the different projects and to be able to make some meaningful impacts and pick up some things that have been kind of sitting on the back burner for a while that we can make happen. The towers are big one, replacement of computers, and the PD has seen some of their servers acting up weird. I think at one time, Joe, we were 2012 or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
We were operating stuff 10, 12 years old. And also the iPads, I think Chief O'Brien has asked to move those all to laptops and mobile data terminals. I think the officers have been asking for those. The iPads just haven't been effective. So this gives us the ability to take care of some of those items to help our police officers and even firefighters know to do their job even better than they do. So we recommend.
Project's huge too.
SCADA project, we just got it today, and it's one that is probably going to be working through the process for a while. Because it is a huge project, and we're going to have to look at that. I think we have some internal financing dollars we could look at. We also have, at the end of this year, we're projecting in our water improvement fund about $300,000. So we've time on that one, but we're going to have to be looking at that quickly. One of the guys that's overseeing it is retiring in February, so that's kind of put the sense of urgency of what we need to do. But I think Joe's got a plan in place to bridge the gap for a while. So I would recommend adoption of this ordinance with the addition of number 9 to allocate up to $150,000 for the renovation, construction, and purchase of public facilities.
Well, I'm sorry, what was number 8?
Number 8 was allocate up to $800,000 for the upgrade of the Levelland SCADA system. The SCADA system, Joe, do you want to explain what SCADA is?
Yeah.
Yep. Because they may have a general idea, but you can give them a quick overview, please.
Mayor and Council. Yeah, SCADA is just an acronym for Supervisory Controlled and Data Acquisition. Pretty much it's kind of like a computer-based program that oversees our pump stations, our wells, our lift stations. The new treatment plant's going to have the same SCADA system also. It's just it's a way to help us if there's any alarms or anything like that during the night or anything like that. It will call us out and say, hey, this is what's going on, high level alarm or any kind of alarm system there is. It's just it's kind of a redundancy type. We are on call, we go out there, we check things, but this is also redundancy on making sure everything is good as far as the water system's concerned. From pressures to levels to availability of water, and everything is good to go.
If we don't update this and we leave it weak and vulnerable, it sounds far-fetched, but it would be an easy system to hack into and make our water potentially harmful, correct?
Correct. And that's the thing about,
Happened in other communities.
yes, yeah, and we're trying to do something off grid, so that way we won't have that susceptibility to do that. But it's like technology, you have computers, your iPads in front of y'all, they're ever changing. So, I mean, right now you have state of the art, tomorrow you're not gonna have it. So this is one of the things, SCADA has been in the system for, well, longer than me, because it's over 20 years, so it's time for an upgrade.
Lets our people know that this certain area of town, the water pressure is low and we need to go look, and it just makes all of those notifications, and like you said, rings the bell and somebody goes and looks, and we then send a crew out to fix something.
Correct. It's just like our new meters. You can get it on the app and bring it up on the app and make sure what's going on, and you can just see it visibly instead of actually going to the actual location.
It monitors all the systems.
That is correct. It
Yeah.
monitors all the systems and
Software and all that kind of.
software, and also we're able to adjust the system if we needed to by either mobile or by a computer. As far as. Yes, well, everything is interconnected together, so everything is communicating with each other as far as the water system, wastewater system, and all that, so. It's a system that
It's a
I've
system
relied
that's
on.
designed for municipalities to
Yeah.
monitor all those.
That is correct. Water, wastewater.
More questions on item number 10?
I move that we pass resolution 2024-40 as presented by Mr. Fisher regarding the allocation of ARPA funds.
Second.
All of us? You just pick one.
Okay.
Before you vote on that, hold on. Mayor, I thought it was in here, but I'm not seeing it, so. No,
We need to amend it and add it?
well, you hadn't voted yet, so that's why I was telling you, hold on.
It's as presented.
Okay.
No, because we can't add, because we added number 9. I thought I had something here regarding broadband because we've been working on that as well, and I just,
Want a number 10 for broadband, or?
I'm trying to see, because I thought it was in number 2, but
How many dollars?
it'd be an allocate up to $100,000 for broadband. I don't think we're gonna need that much. We're getting some good support and good numbers, but again, we put allocate up to $100,000 for.
Did we amend the motion?
I think we could
Yeah,
just
redo it.
rescind it. Let them,
Yeah, let that-
we had a
let that die.
second, we could, yeah.
Yeah.
We had a second, so, someone make a motion to rescind
I
that
move to
motion.
rescind my motion.
All in favor? Any opposed? With that, motion carries. So back to item number 10.
I move that we, did you present that yet, or? you
No,
gonna do it?
I'm fixing
Okay.
to before you do your motion, sir. Mayor and council members, my apologies. I'd like to add item number 10 that will state we'll allocate up to $100,000 for, Joe, help me with some wording here.
Broadband, internet.
Infrastructure upgrades. Allocate up to $100,000 for broadband, internet, infrastructure and upgrades.
Okay.
I move that we approve resolution number 2024-40 as presented by Mr. Fisher regarding the allocation of the ARPA funds,
And the two,
to include the
Two
10
amendments.
items that were presented.
Second.
We have a second by Mr. Powell. All in favor? Any opposed? With that, motion carries, and that's the last item on our agenda. So with that, we are adjourned.